Hello Virgo, and welcome to my advice love corner. And this is for Virgo, and it's for Virgo for July 2016. Okay, I do apologise for these videos coming late. It's just that I've had a little bit of a virus the last few days, and I'm feeling a bit poorly, so still sort of getting over that, so you just have to bear with me. I might have to just have a little drink in between. Okay, Virgo, this is your advice corner for love, okay? And yes, I see that you have feelings for someone. And you're fearing the worst here. You're fearing the worst. You've got feelings secretly for someone here. You have been seeing someone, but that I think that as you know, they have walked away. But you do have feelings for this other person that you've had feelings for some time. But you've not been able to action this because you've been with this other person. But now this other person has decided to walk away. Okay, and I think I've mentioned this in other videos that they were quite financially supporting you, and that stopped. In fact, that stopped before they walked away from you. They withdrew the financial support, and then they've decided to walk away. Okay. That's that situation. This is an advice corner here because you now fear the worst, because you have feelings for someone. And I think you have been meddling a little bit, Virgo, with this person you truly would like to be with, okay? And for genuine reasons, you've meddled with this person, and with the people that they've been, you know, with the people that, or the person that they've been seeing. I think you've been doing a little bit of stirring a bit. To break them up, to break them up. I feel that's what you, not all of you Virgos, but I think that, and I can hear you say, not me, I've not done that, but I think there's been some interference here, because you would like this person, and you couldn't have this person because she was with someone, okay? But now, and because of that, you was meddling with someone with their relationship, because that's the person you truly. It's all a bit complicated, I think, Virgo. Okay, now you're fearing the worst, because that person that you was with was helping you financially and helped you. Now that had been stopped, and now they've walked away, and that's embarrassing for you. But in a way, you're thinking, okay, well, maybe now I should pursue this other person that I really like, okay? But you're fearing the worst here, because this person, although you meddled with the past relationship to break them up, and I think you did break them up, another person stepped in now that really likes this person. Okay, so while you've been meddling and you've been sorting out this financial, and she's walking away, or he's walking away, I've got this person now, while all this drama's going on, as also this person from the past has come back to this other person's life and wants to rekindle with them. All of a sudden, from nowhere, you're thinking, who the hell is this? So there's another person now walked into this equation you'd meddled with, or not all of you. I can hear you saying, no, I didn't do that, but I was waiting for them to split up anyway so I could make my move. But I think some of you have been meddling in that situation. But while all this is going on and you're thinking for the next step to do, this person has gone to, somebody has contacted them from the past who has said, I'd like to rekindle with you. And then they're going to stroll into their lives in July. Okay, and you're fearing the worst here because you wanted this person. Now you're thinking how you can meddle it between this one. And this is going to happen swiftly. This person is going to walk into their lives quite swiftly. And, you know, and so you're then thinking, what can I do now? How can I deal with this? But you're also in the middle of this, because the other person's withdrawn the finances, you're now worried about financial security. That is your main aim, is your financial security. Because I can see you there worried about your finances, and you're worried about becoming in poverty. Okay, and this is what you want. This is your main aim in July, is family financial security, Virgo. But in love, this is what's happening in the background, is this person, while you're sorting out these finances and while this other person's walking away and closing the door on you, and then you're sorting your finances out, while that's happening, this person from the past has come and said to this one that you really like, okay, I'd like to rekindle. What do you think, love? Okay. Sorry. Well, it serves you right, really. I mean, Virgo, you can't go meddling in people's lives like that. It's so manipulative. I'm not calling you manipulative at all. But I think you thought you was going to get this person. You were so sure that you was going to get this person. But this person's just strolled in and took her hand or took his hand and walked into the sunset together. How does that work? I can see you saying. My goodness. Anyway, ooh. So there's a resurrection here of this situation, okay? There's a resurrection of this. You're going to think, what the hell? Who is that? And yeah, the guardian angels are with you on this situation. You will. There's some forgiveness here, forgiveness. You will forgive this person. You will forgive this person because a lot of this was your fault, you know. In some ways, you should have said to the other person, look, or even explain to this person that, you know, I've got feelings for you, I'd like to, instead of playing bloody underhand games, you know, you should have said, you know, you should have took them somewhere nice and said, you know what, I think we'd make a great couple, we'd be great together, we would. And you should, instead of playing games, you should have handled it like that. Because this person has no idea that you like them, okay? They're just wondering why you've played these games, and They're just wondering why you've been so, you know, they're seeing you as malicious, really. They see you as malicious. They thought you just did it through spite. They didn't know that you liked them. So that's why they've, you know, accepted this other guy, because you know. I think if you'd have said, even if you was with this other person and you felt trapped because they were showering you with money or whatever, and you felt trapped with this other person, that even then you should have said, I know that I'm with this person, but you know, I really like you, and I'm hearing you saying it's easier said than done when you're involved in a situation. Okay, well that's what's going to happen in July. I think you will forgive this person and keep friends with them. Keep friends with them. So it's going to be a matter of hello and goodbye, hello and goodbye, hello and then goodbye. And then we've got teamwork. I think the teamwork is to do with your financial situation, where you're going to have to muck in and with whatever you're doing, your business or at work or whatever you're doing with the financial side of things, it's going to take teamwork. But as for the love area, you want me to be honest? This person you've meddled with, I don't think they would even entertain you. They know that you played games a bit here, and now they've met somebody out of your circle, completely out of your circle, that's going to just walk in and walk away with this person, and it'll be history, I think. So there we are. That's your July. I think you're going to stay friends, but that's about it with it. And as for the other one that's walked off, I think you're going to find yourself single, and I think it's a bit of a karmic lesson, really, Virgo. I think it's a karmic lesson that, you know, you can't play with people like that, really. I think this is the love advice, what I'm going to give you here. You played with people and you realise the consequences of playing with people. You end up with no one, okay? And I think that's a harsh lesson to learn. And I'm sorry, Virgo, but I don't want to give bad news, but there's a karmic lesson that you were so confident that you will have one of these people at least. You've ended up with none of these people. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to say send you my love and lots of blessings, okay? And you take care of yourself, Virgo, okay? Bye-bye.